Hello, I'm Nadine and a very warm welcome. Today we're making chocolate mousse. I've been making this recipe for years. It is delicious and smooth and silky. You're gonna love it. And we're gonna pair it with some meringue, and I have a beautiful presentation idea for you. Okay, so we need to do four things and then we'll be on our way to glorious, silky, yummy chocolate mousse. So we have to melt chocolate, make a custard, prepare gelatin, and whip some cream. That's it. So we're going to start with the custard. And whenever you make a custard, we use egg yolks. So you always have extra egg whites. So it's a great time to make meringue. So later on in the video, we'll make some meringue flowers to put the mousse on, and it'll make for a very pretty presentation. Okay, so first step is the custard. I have 100 grams of heavy cream, 300 grams of whole milk, half a cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we are just heating this up. Now I'm gonna have these fun baking videos, dessert recipes, pre-presentation ideas here every week. So please remember to subscribe, come join the community, and like the video. Some people are a bit scared of making a custard, but if you just follow these steps, it's a breeze and it is the yummiest thing in the world, and you can use it for so many things, for trifle, for dessert, like a pouring creme anglaise. I have 6 egg yolks here. I'm just gonna give it a whisk. And then what we do is, when the milk is warm, not boiling but warm, we are just going to temper the eggs. So we'll warm them up a little bit before we put them in the custard so that you don't get scrambled egg. I love scrambled egg, but not in my custard. How do you like your eggs? Let me know in the comments. The eggs that you've tempered, just slowly add them to the milk. And now you want to keep this on low heat, and you have to keep stirring, because this is where things can go wrong. You can overdo it, or it can stick to the pan. So as the eggs cook, it's going to start to thicken. Okay, so it's starting to thicken, and when you know it's done is, use a wooden spoon and it will start to coat the back of the spoon. And if you put your finger in the middle, it will stay there for a while, it won't disappear. So that's when you know it's done. And then we are just going to strain this so that we can get rid of any of those eggy bits. And it's ready. Now we'll just let this cool for a bit while we prepare our gelatin. So I have 375 grams of dark chocolate here. It is 70%. It's really good stuff. My favorite brand is Valrhona, but Calabo is also very good. You know, the better the chocolate you use, the better the taste of the mousse will be. It's just the way it works. And this recipe is with dark chocolate. So if you are using milk chocolate, then you will have to adjust the sugar and the gelatin. Now the gelatin, what you do is, there are 4 teaspoons of gelatin here. I have just mixed it with some cold water. So you just gradually add it till it's this consistency. And right now it's sort of opaque. And then what you do is you put it in some very hot water, and it'll sort of melt and start becoming like a clear liquid. And then we are going to add it to the custard and chocolate. And the last thing left to do is whip our cream. whipped up 1 pint cream. It's we just needed sort of soft peaks. Don't over whip this because then it won't be cream, it'll be butter. Okay, so what we do is, this is a custard that we made earlier. I let it cool a little bit. Don't put the chocolate in when it's too hot. So the chocolate goes into the custard. Ooh, look at that. I could just eat this whole bowl. And just give this a stir. Oh my gosh, look at that. This right here, it's so yummy. It's pure heaven. For real. After you've mixed in your chocolate, we're going to add the gelatin that we prepared. It becomes like this clear liquid. We'll mix that in, and then we have to fold in the cream. Look at that velvety, smooth mixture. So good. So now we're just going to fold in the cream a little bit at the time. And just be patient and gentle here because we need all this air in it. So the cream is all folded in, and at this stage you can just put this in a pretty bowl and it's done. I'm just putting this in this sort of Pyrex dish because I want to scoop it, so I want more surface area on top. Now we just smooth the top, and it'll go in the fridge for a few hours. And stay with me because I'm going to show you a beautiful way to present this. So with the leftover egg whites, I just made some meringues. I used about 4 egg whites. It was about 120 grams, and I doubled the sugar, so 240 grams of caster sugar. Don't use granulated. And you just mix the egg whites, and then once they're frothy, you just gradually add the sugar till it's nice and stiff and shiny. If you want some great meringue tips, my pavlova video is great for it. There's some really good things in there for meringue success. Okay, so I put it in a piping bag, and I have a medium brown tip, and I have parchment paper on the baking tray. I stuck it with some meringue so it doesn't flop around, and I'm just going to pipe. I just made some circles with a cookie cutter. So we're trying to make like a flower. You put some pressure and pull it in. Now we're just going to pop this in the oven at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. Then lower the oven to 215 and leave it in for an hour. And just let them cool in the oven and they'll be done. Okay, decorating time. So this is the mousse. I've swiped some of it already. So I have some very hot water here. And you take a medium sized scoop, and we're just going to scoop it up. And what the hot water does is that it'll just smooth the top of the mousse a little bit. and you just plop it in the center. It's kind of like the center of the flower. I have some cut up strawberries here and we are just going to add them. They'll add some color and you know, chocolates and strawberries is always a wonderful combination. Look how pretty! And now I'm going to taste this, and I've been waiting for this moment. Let's taste this! It's so yummy because the mousse is silky and soft and the meringue is crisp. Making meringue is always a good idea, especially with this recipe because you have egg whites left over, so you can just make meringue. Can't stop eating this. The full recipe will be on my website, nadineali.com. If you make these, please tag me on Instagram. I love seeing those pics, and I'm going to have these recipes every week here. So please remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like the video, and share this with your loved ones. Until next time. I'm just gonna have another bite. It's really good.